This is Judge Joe Brown, and we're listening to We All Be News. News-free Dixie for the 21st century.
We All Be's honored heaven once again, the one and only Brother Charles Evers, who is truly beyond category. We talked to him recently, a couple of weeks ago, about the election, and he called it like he saw it. I mean, he said Donald Trump was going to win, and that America was not ready for a woman president. And so I'm here today to follow up with you, get your thoughts about what's going on now, and anything else you could offer as far as insight. How you doing today, sir?
Well, I'm fine. The only thing about it, I still believe that America is not ready for a woman president. The most powerful position in the world. I think a woman has enough problem of her own, let alone being in charge of all our problem and the world's problem. So, and then I just like Trump. He's a businessman, and business people know how to provide jobs, and we need it in Mississippi, and that was my main reason for supporting him. And Illinois, Chicago, I understand, 82% of his employees in his hotel there are black. So that's the thing, racist, and we all got some racism in them. I got a little bit in me. A lot of white people I don't like, a whole lot of blacks I don't like. So does that make me a racist?
Well, actually, this, like, a lot of people say they are concerned about minorities and people of color in the aftermath of the election. A lot of incidents been happening around, racist incidents of people being attacked allegedly by, I guess, people that supported Trump or white supremacists.
That's not true.
So what do you think about that? Like, people say they're afraid.
I think it's a joke. Blacks in Jackson, Mississippi, since January 1, have killed 56 blacks, and a white man touched us, and Trump had nothing to do with that. It's black gotta learn to respect each other first, then we can blame somebody else. It's not true, and he's not that kind of guy. I don't know where they get that from. The man is a businessman. He can provide jobs, and when we provide jobs, we are 50% of this state. We're gonna get some of them and make money and live good.
But are you concerned about his appointments to his cabinet? People say they like white nationalists or white supremacists. Are you concerned about the people he got in his cabinet or surround him?
You know, my first answer to that: how many did Obama appoint? Tell me, answer that now. How many black did he put in his cabinet? And he all black. No, he's not. He's half black. I forgot. He's half black. But think about it. No, I'm not. First of all, the cabinet doesn't run the country. The Congress runs the country.
Okay, so you got like the first majority House, Senate, and a president since 1928. I guess who was president there? I think it was Herbert Hoover or Calvin Coolidge, something like that. Is there a concern about too much partisanship in Congress right now?
Not really. I'm a Republican. Come on, we love it. I'm a Republican one since the late 70s. So, I'm for our party being in charge now. I'll be the first to attack if they start going wrong. But as far as I'm appointing blacks, nobody's appointing, including President Obama. I keep repeating. He's appointing a lot of blacks to his cabinet. Maybe put 2 of them or 3, maybe it's 4 at the most. For 8 years. So now, and the man not going, I don't know anything he said about black folks. I don't know of anything that's any more than anyone else has said.
Yeah, because people always bring it up where his father was the Klansman, but what do you say to that when they say his father was in the Klan, Fred Trump?
So, a whole lot of them are Klansmen. But that doesn't make him a Klan. He hadn't shown that. It's people who said they asked him about the employment. How many people did the Clintons employ? What did they do for black folks?
Now, why do you think black folks, a lot of black folks, so in love with the Clintons?
I don't know. Hillary. Black folks love white folks, period. And most white people. Now, I don't know why they love her. I guess because she's a woman. But evidently, whites didn't love her themselves because they didn't elect her. They said, well, she got the majority amount of votes. What? She didn't get the majority amount of electoral votes.
So what do you say about the fact that so many white women went against Hillary? Like they're talking about this is going to be the first woman president. A lot of black women supported Hillary, but a lot of white women went against her.
I agree because white women know about the Clintons. And white women, because of the way she treated some of her husband's ex-ladies or present ladies, I think that had a lot to do with it. And the way she went after them had a lot to do with it. Then we're just not ready for a woman president, period. Could have been a black woman. Could have been Ms. Obama. They're not going to elect no woman president of this country during my lifetime.
Wow. So you think it's possible one day there could be a woman president?
Maybe. I doubt it, but maybe.
Let me ask you this about the Supreme Court, because I know they froze Obama out in order to select a person to replace Scalia. What's your take on who should be in the Supreme Court? What type of person, or what type of person with character, what person should
I would like to say a tough Supreme Court who gonna believe in equal justice for all. That's all. I don't care what color he is, white, black, or polka dot, doesn't matter with me. As long as they're gonna be fair and square with the criminals and put them away for a long time, I hope. And don't be appealing them and let them get back out on the streets.
What about I know a lot of people are concerned about the abortion issue, Roe v. Wade being reversed. All right, what's your take on abortion?
That's a woman's choice.
So you're a Republican, say it's a woman's choice, right?
Yes, that's my choice. Being a Republican means to a point. I'm saying personally, that's a woman's choice.
But yeah, a woman can't be president though.
I don't believe she will be president. No, I don't think that. I don't think she needs to be president. Too much pressure.
Definitely. I also want to ask you about this in terms of, have you read the Black Agenda for Donald Trump put out his 10-point Black program, African American program, about how you want to help African Americans?
Yes, I heard that. Yes.
So you're aware of that?
I'm aware of
What's your take on that?
I believe him. What he's saying about inner city, he said he's gonna provide money for the inner cities, to have more policemen and more law enforcement to get the criminals who commit crime against each other. And that's black folks, and I'm for him. And we need that, and we need senators. We need, judges who are going to make sure that criminals stay away a long time when they commit a crime against anyone, particularly each other.
So what about, how do we get it to become a reality as far as black folks? What do we need to be doing in order to make him hold up true to his promise of helping us?
All we can do is stop committing crime, number one. Number two is respect him as president of the United States. He's not a president. And we do respect the president, whoever he or she may be, and that's what he is now. And we as black folks have never had nobody in office to do anything for us particular. What did Clinton do for us? Name them. You tell me how many did Clinton do for us?
Put us in jail, right?
Even when he was governor of Arkansas, what did he do for black folks? So we got to hope and pray that that this man will be at least fair. I don't know where he's going to be fair. I don't know him that well. I just know he's a businessman, and I know business people. And I asked him when we were together, would he help Mississippi by bringing some jobs here? We need a casino here in Jackson. We need a catfish processing plant in the Delta near Mound Bayou. And he said to me, Charles, I don't know about catfish, but I know about casinos. That's my thing.
So I ask you this, I think it's very interesting because he is a businessman.
Yeah.
But he's not necessarily a career politician.
No.
He's not. He has no career. He has no experience in doing legislation.
Right.
So you'd be concerned that they could possibly, even though he have a majority, House and Senate, they could freeze him out because he's not a career politician.
No, yeah. I'm a great believer in giving him a chance. I think his Senate and his House got to be willing to do what's right. And I think in this day and time we've come too far for anybody to be an outright bigot House, an outright bigot Senate. I just don't believe that no more. I think our country's come further than that.
But you will agree that the Republicans made it their business to obstruct Obama these past 8 years. We had to do like over 261 executive orders. So have we come that far to look at it, from that point of view?
But I have to admit that Republicans are the one who freed us. It was the damn Democrats who fought against the Civil Rights Bill, the Voter Rights Bill. It was all the Southern Democrats and some of the other Democrats, senators, who voted against it. It was the Republicans, the Javits of Illinois, of New York, and others of Illinois and California who helped us to get the Voter Rights Bill, the Civil Rights Bill. So it was they were Republicans, and the Democrats one fought against it. The Easton, Stennis, John Bell Williams, Strong Thurmond, all of them. So all of them have been back and forward. I'm willing to believe that we've come a long way, and we're going to go even further, even under Trump.
But actually, I know a lot of millennials have been protesting the election, and the Black Lives Matter movement, and a lot of them not really aware of what y'all done 50, 60 years ago. What advice would you give these people out here protesting the streets and trying to organize against racism and white supremacy? What would be your advice to the millennials and Black Lives Matter people?
My first is get some of your own. Let's own something, black folks, and be able to sell to everybody. They want to go to white folks. And secondly, let's give him a chance to prove that he's the kind of guy y'all say he's going to be. He's not going to be. He can't be. We've come too far. The world has come too far for him to become an outright racist. Where did he get that from? Most of his employees in Chicago are black, and also down in Miami, and in New York. He got all kinds working for him. So I don't know where they get it from. That he's so much a racist. Then how did the country vote him president, include me if I thought he was a racist?
It's an interesting point. So I mean, he did with the Electoral College, but you think there's a possibility they could not give him the electoral vote on December 19th? I believe they have their Electoral College.
I know that seriously. He's won it. I ain't gonna take it away from him. And those who are out there protesting, I saw a young black guy that said, he said, I didn't vote. He said, what the hell are you out here for then? Here's some blacks didn't even vote one way or the other, but they out there marching, talking about we're gonna protest. Like hell they are.
So is it, but my question is really voting black folks' business? Should we be more concerned about minding our black business, which is build up our business and community?
I think the most important thing is we black folks start competing with everything everyone else does on an equal base. That's all I'm asking for. Don't, because I'm black, deny me that. Give me that opportunity. If I don't go out and get it, then it's my fault.
I'm asking this because you actually know what you talk about in terms of, you experience it. A lot of people make an argument that black folks were better off under Jim Crow because we was forced to work together and live together, and we was able to do things in education and business that we have not equal since that time. Do you agree with that assessment?
No, I don't agree with that at all.
Why?
Because the fact of it is, we have a chance now to be equal to anyone else. And don't make no excuses, but we got to do it. Black crimes now are on blacks. It's not white folks bothering us, the Indian, the Chinese. It's black folks. In Chicago, over 5,000 blacks killed themselves, I understand, last year. Come on. And no white man killed one. In Mississippi, since January, as I said earlier, 57 blacks have killed each other in this town. Ain't no white folk did that. Let's stop making excuses and let's start respecting us like white folk respect themselves.
But you don't think that the system makes for this killing, like what's going on in Chicago? It's not all of Chicago. It's certain areas of Chicago. Is that speak to more of a system allowing that to happen versus black folks is doing it on their own? Is the system accountable for some things that happen to black folks in terms of opportunity?
Like, that's my personal opinion. It's black disrespectful of blacks. Just that simple. We don't respect each other like other people do.
Why do you think that is? Like, why we don't respect?
I don't know. I can't answer that question. I'm pretty good, but I don't know that one. Because I don't know why blacks. Why don't some of these multimillionaire instant football and basketball players come back home and buy up some of this land and build apartments like I did? Build apartments in a province and open up business for what people can buy, period. Black or white. But no, we come, first thing we do, blacks, I'm from Mississippi, they run up and get that big money, come back and move to the white neighborhood and complain. It doesn't make sense. Same way in Chicago. Most of your rich folk, rich black, they move to the white neighborhood. Why don't we build up our own neighborhoods? I live right down the street here.
Well, actually, this I think it's very fascinating. You said all that. I'm thinking about the stuff I read where Marilyn Evans talk about how a lot of black folks in Mississippi did not support your brother. Right. Sometimes they'll cross the street just get away from MEdgar, but now all of a sudden when he dies, they want like they was there for everything. Do you think the problem with black folks is the fact that we don't know who we really are? People don't know the sacrifices and advances you made for us, Charles Evans. They don't even know about your brother a lot of times. Is it because we have lack knowledge of self of who we are as a people? The reason why we hate each other?
I think that's it. That's you answered the question. We hate each other because we've been taught to hate all our lives. You know, I remember when I was a little young boy and Robert Smith, I get Robert Smith, and I was shoe shine boys. And I remember we supposed to shoe shine Decatur. I'm from Decatur, Mississippi.
That's right.
And at the barber shop, I had a white barber shop and Robert Smith. And they always try to keep us apart. The white folk try to keep me and Robert always arguing about each other. Oh, Robert said something about you, Charles. Or Charles said about you, Robert. And that's been their game. Don't let us get together. Black folks, we could ever get together and unite and respect each other like other folks, we'd be one hell of a race.
That's a good point. I mean, that's why I wanted to talk to you, because let the young people understand where you're coming from and also get them more curious about and learn about your history, because when we learn about people like you, Brother Charles, we learn about ourselves.
Right.
And where we came from. So I think it's very important what you just said. And also, I'll ask you as well, Donald Trump and his wife don't plan to live in the White House 7 days a week or whatever, for a majority of his term. You think he's going to be allowed to fulfill a full term as president? Do you think, given the climate of the country and the nature of what's going on?
I have no idea about that. So I think he has a right to live where he want to live. And he owns half of it. I guess Washington anywhere else. So live where he want. Want to live in Paris, move to Paris, as long as he's president, I guess. I don't know that one.
And also, he was mostly for most of his life a Democrat, from my understanding.
Yeah.
But he's not beholden to the conservative ideal. He's not beholden to anybody's ideology.
I like that.
Would there be a problem within the party, though? Would there be a lot of infighting in the party in terms of him doing things that he done?
Let's just wait and see. I think the Republicans are going to take advantage of the fact that we now have a Republican dominated government, president, Senate, and House. So let's see what we're going to do.
And can you give some words, in closing, can you give some words of advice to all the black folks that seem to be in a panic, or they're angry? A lot of black celebrities are angry. A lot of black folks are angry about the outcome of this election. Could you give them any words of advice moving forward?
First of all I can say is let's first respect ourselves and our own folks and unite behind eat together and go out and do something ourselves and stop always complaining and making excuses. That's the main thing. And stop killing each other, robbing each other, raping each other. You know, our problem is us. It ain't no white folks. It's us.
Brother Charles, thank you so much. And the words of Great to Go to, we love you madly. Keep on producing and pushing.
Thank you very much.